it. Jungkook loses a loved one. Taehyung responds the sad news coming from BTS's Jungkook shook not only the fans, but also the other BTS members. In the midst of his military service, which is being carried out with discipline and seriousness, Jungkook reportedly lost one of his most loved people. Although the identity of the person has not been officially announced by the agency, various sources say that this departure has a deep emotional impact on the Golden Magne. According to information from close sources, this sad news came suddenly. Jungkook, who was undergoing military training in the midst of quite extreme weather, received an official call from his superiors. He was called to the internal communications room and told personally about the news. Some witnesses said Jungkook fell silent, then sat down, with a blank look as if he could not believe what he had just heard. Shortly after this news spread, responses from fellow BTS members began to appear. One of the highlights is Taehyung aka V, a close friend of Jungkook who is also undergoing military service. Through a privately shared message which some fans later found out Taehyung gave a very sincere and meaningful expression of condolences. "Kuka, if the world feels too heavy, I'll still stand behind you. We once promised that if one fell, the other would be the hand to lift. Now let me be that hand." Taehyung's response made many soldiers cry. The relationship between the two has long been considered more than just colleagues or friends. They have been together for more than a decade, sharing dreams, tears, and struggles. In many interviews, Jungkook himself has said that Taehyung is one of the people who makes him feel seen the most without having to say much. Soldiers from all over the world expressed their condolences and showed that in this grief. Jungkook was not alone. Fan art, open letters, and even poetry began to flow on various platforms. Several large fan bases organized virtual events to pray for the departed and send messages of strength to Jungkook. Some messages from fans are so touching, like the one from Japan. "We know you're strong, Jungkook. But you don't have to be strong all the time. You can be weak. You can cry. We're here to re-energize you." HYB has not yet released an official statement on who the deceased person is, or whether Jungkook will be granted emergency leave. However, according to South Korean military procedures, in such a situation, it is likely that special permission can be granted so that military personnel can attend the funeral ceremony or pay their last respects. If it is true that Jungkook will be given leave, it is possible that he will secretly go home with an escort, given the emotional situation and the high media spotlight. ARMY certainly hopes he gets enough time to grieve, calm down, and receive hugs from those closest to him. What makes this story even more touching is how Taehyung, despite being a separate military location, tries to send a handwritten personal letter to Jungkook. According to one source, the letter was sent via internal channels and was read only by Jungkook himself. Some parts of the contents of the letter were later leaked in the fan community. "I know, it's not a wound that can heal overnight. But I also know you always have the strength to rise, even when the world feels broken. And if you need a place to go, I'm here." The ARMY can't control emotions. Such a deep and sincere relationship between two friends became a symbol of strength, friendship, and unconditional love. After several days of silence, a rumor rattled the ARMY community again. Jungkook reportedly wrote a reply to Taehyung. The letter, though not yet officially disseminated by the military or the agency, was leaked through fans with internal connections. Written by hand, on a simple piece of paper from the training base, the letter is so touching, showing how deeply in grief he feels. Jungkook still has the love and strength to share his feelings. The content of the letter, which was partially read by trusted fans, made many people unable to hold back tears. Taehyung, when I don't know what to say, you come up with the right words. I don't know how to live this day without the person who has always believed in me since I was a child. But your letter reminds me that I'm not alone. You know what? I almost forgot it felt soothing. But by reading your letter, I feel like 15 more years, young people from Busan who were drawn into this world without knowing who I would be returning to. And now I know it's you. After the letter was written, It was reported that several BTS members who were serving in the military at different locations also contacted Jungkook through official channels. Jimin, who was known to be very close to him, reportedly delivered voice messages that were specially recorded and sent over a limited communication network between headquarters. In the message, Jimin conveyed, "If I could be by your side right now, I would have hugged you. Don't hold it all alone, Jungkookie. Crying is not a sign of weakness. Crying is a sign of too much love." Meanwhile, Suga, who is not currently serving the army due to health status, reportedly also expressed support through private messages. Suga, who is usually known for his short words and to the point, wrote long this time, "Loss is the quietest teacher, but also the most honest. Allow yourself to learn from it, not blame yourself. We're here for you." The army's response to Jungkook's letter was truly overwhelming. All over the world, fans are holding online prayer gatherings. They organize virtual candlelight events, sing hopeful songs such as Magic Shop, Spring Day, and Still With You. Some large fan bases even took the initiative to send bouquets and letters of support to the military headquarters where Jungkook served. Although most were rejected for security reasons, that intention alone has moved the community to fan art themed on hugs. Warmth and passion began to flood social media. Many of them depict Jungkook sitting under the night sky looking up at the stars, with the shadows of Taehyung, Jimin, and other BTS members behind him shielding him from the storm, although he is still serving in the military. It is likely that Jungkook will get some emotional respite or special leave. It has already been awarded several times in similar cases to other active soldiers. However, given his position as a public figure, HYB and the military are expected to take a cautious approach to avoid crowds and privacy violations. But behind all this, what Jungkook needed most was not a schedule or a press conference. All he needs is space to feel, space to cry, and space to slowly recover. And that is what is now being given by those closest to him and by millions of armies around the world. The world knows Jungkook as an icon of strength, talent, and youthful spirit. But now, behind all that, the world also sees his human side, a lost boy, fragile, yet still full of love. This loss touches us because it shows how deep Jungkook's heart is, how sincere his relationship with Taehyung, Jimin, and the other members is, and how strong ARMY's love as a global family is. In every hug he receives, in every prayer he says, and in every letter he receives from fans, Jungkook knows he is not alone. And when he gets back up later, with wounds that may not have healed completely, he will remain a beloved figure not only because he is BTS, but because he is Jungkook, a human child who dares to love and be loved, even when hurt. Behind the glitter of the entertainment world, behind the camera and the magnificent stage, the BTS members are still ordinary people. They also feel loss, sadness, and emptiness. And when one of them fell, the other did not hesitate to come and grab his hand. Jungkook, in his darkest hour, is now surrounded by love from friends, from BTS members, and from millions of soldiers around the world. And although this wound will not go away quickly, the love that surrounds it will be a light that slowly restores everything.